Hello and welcome to Lunch Global today, and thank God it's Friday and hope you're having a beautiful day already. Welcome to Lunch Global today. I am Chung Annamel Joseph. There is an old saying that eat breakfast like a king, eat lunch as a prince, and eat dinner as a pauper. I doubt, however, that this is true in many Nigerian homes today. Maybe it used to work when our forefathers were farmers, which I even doubt because they had to be in the farms early in the morning. Or maybe it only applies to the royal families. Whatever the case may be, the most important thing is that we should try as much as possible to eat a balanced diet in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. In the fast-paced setting of this modern life of the 21st century, however, there is a tendency that your food setting looks like the same almost every day. A rush breakfast is of a simple honey-drizzled pancake and a cup of tea or two sandwich and a cup of chocolate drink and so much more. And then for lunch, a sweet food flags of rice, plantain, beef, and stew eaten alone in quietness or nothing just with your colleague at work. And for dinner, it's probably the only time you have together with your family, but the tiredness of the day works wouldn't even let you be great. You would probably just heat up some frozen food in your refrigerator or place an order for pizza or burger. This is now the kind of world we live, and you can all bear me that witness. And we oftentimes make we have so much of this relaxation when it comes to having to eat food that is balanced. Maybe in the morning you're rushing out to go to work and then you don't have enough time to get your breakfast ready, and you just get to, maybe you even end up staying hungry, or you get to eat anything you see at any given time. And for lunch, busy at work and you don't even have time to eat well, you can just end up eating okpa or eat any other thing you see, or you snack on biscuits or any cookie or chocolate. And at night it's like, okay, this is the best time I have, so I need to pack my plate with a lot of food so I eat well because I stayed hungry throughout the rest of the day. So do you think that is the perfect idea, or that is the best way you can live? The most important thing is we have to make sure that whatever we eat and whenever we're eating, our food has to be balanced. Because trust me, you can't be eating rice in the morning, yam in the afternoon, and pasta in the evening. Remember, all of those food are carbohydrate on a different level. So we are going to be learning something new, and today we have a dietitian who is going to be joining us, and after this short break I will be introducing her in person. Make sure you don't go anywhere, stay tuned, because we need to learn this. You need it and I need it too. You're welcome back from the short break. If you're just catching up with us today, welcome to Lunch Global. It's a fresh day, a fresh episode, and of course, it's Friday. I believe you all are enjoying your day already. And of course, I said earlier that we're going to be talking about the importance of having you eating your diet correctly. I mean, your food has to be balanced every day. Monday is not just meant for balanced diet, and you skip on Tuesday and go in on Wednesday. I mean every other day. Nigerians love to eat and they are known for their food. Nigerian food is very diverse from different regions in Nigeria to the various tribes that call Nigerian home. With this diversity comes a lot of recipes and food that we all enjoy. But how then do we make the food? How are we supposed to make the food? And before the break, I told you I have a dietitian, Grace James, who is going to be joining us today, and we're going to be having a detailed conversation when it comes to eating the right balanced diet. And what do you tend to miss when your food is not well balanced? How is your health going to be like? Are you doing it right? Why are you even falling sick right now? Is it because of your diet, or is it because of the weather, or is it because you don't just know how to go about it? Don't worry. Today we bring you some solutions that you wouldn't want to miss out for anything. Hi, good afternoon, Grace. You're welcome. Thank you for catching up with us on Lunch Global today.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. Good afternoon
Good
to our
afternoon.
moderator. Good afternoon to all our guests out there.
Yeah.
My name is Grace James.
Thank you
So
for
it's
joining
nice to
us. Yes, it's nice having you today as well. Thank you for joining us. Before you came in, I was trying to have this. I was thinking aloud, anyways, that it's very very important for us to eat well, and a lot of times we tend to forget that we are not just supposed to eat for the fact that we're hungry, but then our food needs to be balanced. Now, I make those mistakes sometimes, and I'm very, very sure the viewers out there are also guilty of that. That probably you want to eat bread in the morning, you eat rice in the afternoon, and you eat pasta in the evening. Now, you have to just educate us on how right are we supposed to follow our breakfast, lunch, and dinner when it comes to making our food. How do we now get to balance our diet like every day?
Okay, thank you so much. I often tell people it doesn't cost much to eat well, to stay a healthy lifestyle. And for you to have a healthy lifestyle, you must stick to a healthy diet.
Diet,
Okay,
right.
when we talk about adequate diet, it simply means that particular food that provide all the required nutrients that my body needs, that your body needs in the right proportion. It's very, very important. Yes, just as you said earlier, we don't eat because we are hungry, but that thing you are consuming per time, does it have all the required nutrients your body needs? Okay, a lot of people today just eat for eating sake. Okay, and when you just eat because you are hungry, it is not now. You don't eat
Right.
for the now. Eat for tomorrow. We eat in 10 years to come. What will be the outcome? A
Right.
lot of people neglect that aspect. They just, whatever they see, they just quickly put it into their mouth, munch it, and they think that is all. Because it's sweet in their mouth, they feel, oh, I'm enjoying life and all of that. And the food we eat also differ from person to person. The
True.
number of calories I need as a grown female adult is not the same number of calorie that a full grown adult, a male, needs. Our calorie needs individually differs. Okay, but people, you can't blame people for what they do. Yes,
Right.
because knowledge is power. It's very, very important that
Agreed.
people know the implication of what they are doing. By the
Right.
time people don't know the implication, they just go ahead to eat whatever they see. And
Right.
I tell you, it's not good for our health. Yes.
All right, thank you for that. I really really appreciate that comment in person, because you know a lot of people, just as you said earlier, you just eat for the moment. You eat because you are hungry, and sometimes, in fact, most people don't even know that, okay, when I am 20, this is the calorie I need. When I am 40, this is the calorie I need, and going forward 70, 60, 70, and then, you know, to the end where your life ends anyways. And
Yeah.
for this reason, I feel a lot of people need to know, okay, if I am maybe in my early 20s, what are the calorie? What calorie am I looking out for? How do I balance the food? What's the quantity of the protein I need? What's the quantity of the carbohydrate I need? What's the quantity of the fat and all of that that I need? And you know, in Nigeria, we have different dishes from different cultures and
Yeah.
different tradition and all of that. So let's say maybe in a quantity of probably a jollof rice, a plate of jollof rice or a pot of jollof rice, what do you think should not be missing no matter what?
Yeah, thank you so much. In every plate of food we consume, we need to have carbohydrates in the food, we need to have protein, we need to have the vitamins and minerals, then the lipids, which is fat. All these nutrients are supposed to be incorporated in our plate of food. You know, I often tell people when you want to eat, you personalize your plate. The vegetables and your fruit should carry
Right.
the largest portion. Yes,
Right.
in every meal that you eat. You know, I personally, my calorie needs daily is 2,000 to 2,500. Okay, and
Wow.
even when I'm consuming that, if I am the person that is involved in sedentary exercise. When we say sedentary lifestyle or exercise, that person that is always sitting in one position, you understand? And that person that is working, burning energy.
Yeah,
The
for
food we
longer.
eat should not be the same thing. Yes, our
Right.
portion per plate should not be the same thing. Okay, and it amazes me when I see people consuming 2,000 calories for just breakfast.
That's
So
a
if
lot.
I need 2005 every day, 2,000 kilocalories daily, I have to distribute this 2005, you understand, for
Right.
breakfast,
Lunch
lunch,
and
and
dinner.
dinner. Yes,
Right.
but you see somebody consuming the entire 2,500 for just breakfast, then consuming another 2,500 for lunch,
For lunch.
consuming
Goes to dinner.
2,500 acres for dinner. At the end of the day, when you put the total calories together, you have 7,500. And I tell you, see, the body does not utilize all these nutrients that we consume, this energy daily. If you are burning just 500 kcals from your physical exercise, okay, so you are left with what? Extra 500
Right.
from the 2,000. Why did I say extra 500? Even if you don't work, the body process every day. You understand, the blood circulation, the
Circulates. Right.
heartbeat, everything that goes on in our body system consume will burn up to 1,500 kcals even
Right.
without you exercising. Yes, so if I subject myself to 2,500 kcals, we are assuming now, you get, okay, and at the end of the day, plus my body exercise is 2,000, I have extra 500 kilocalories which the body have not utilized. So what happened? The body will now store it under my
Reassume.
flesh, under
Right.
my skin, as what? As the fat. That is why
Yes.
you see
A lot of
obesity
fat.
is on the
Right.
increase, because people consume what they are not burning out, and which is not very good. If you keep, adding 500 extra kcal to your body daily, you understand, when you give yourself now to in 5 years time, you'll be in a hell of trouble.
Yeah, and with the way like disease, especially cancer, diabetes, that are just so frequent right now, and the
Yeah.
blood pressure level and all of that, because a lot of young people are going through that trauma, because I call it trauma because it's not something good for someone to just be living on medication and all of that. Yes, sometimes I hear people say, okay, no, this is from my family, that is how it's been operating, and then while some people, I feel, okay, maybe ignorance and not having to do the right thing at the time you are supposed to do it. Now, this
Yeah.
brings me to young children, I mean toddlers, kids, and babies. You know, I know a couple of people who said they grew up not having to learn to eat vegetables, which I feel, okay, that is quite bad, because for a child to grow up missing that is already a problem. And now growing up, you don't even like to see carrots in your food, you don't like to see green beans in your food, you don't even like lettuce or cabbage and all of that, which is really, really bad, my take, which I know that it's also bad. But I feel on that level, you should share more knowledge to all the viewers outside for them to know the importance of having to eat vegetable, because it contributes to their health, their growth, and then going forward in life, it will speak on their behalf.
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, I want to say, as parents, it's very, very good we leave a legacy for our children. You know, people used to say you are what you eat. But
Right.
I want to tell you today that, we are what our parents make of us. Very
True.
important. Okay, because the 1,000 days in the life of a child, of a toddler, matters a lot. When we say 1,000 days, from the formation of the fetus in the mother's womb, okay, to yes, to 2 years to 3 years of that child, you understand, is what makes the child the whole life that he or she exists here on earth. You see, a lot of children, are obese today. It's no fault of theirs. It's from the parents. So
True.
that is why I advocate, I beg parents, please leave a good legacies for your children. And when you complain, they said the thing runs, it's gene, it runs in the family.
Lord,
Even
right.
if it runs in the family, it can be corrected along the line.
Exactly.
Yes, it can be corrected along the line. So by the time you don't teach your children from when they were very, very young, you don't expect a child to eat what the parents don't eat. Like my daughter, anything I don't eat, she will not take it from anyone. So let
True.
us learn
That's a
to
good one.
imbibe and inculcate, you understand, good eating habits into our children. Enough of this junk, junk, junk food. I
Yeah.
call them empty calories. They don't give your
Exactly.
kids anything. You
True.
understand? Before you know, they keep accumulating as fat. You understand? Under the skin of the children. Why do we have this infant diabetes these days? You understand? You see small children having diabetes.
Right.
Why? It's no fault of theirs. The parents should be held responsible. You see
Right.
a parent carrying the child from the house to the school. You understand? The house is AC, the car the child is
Is
using is
AC, right.
AC, the classroom is AC. And when the child goes to school, the parents will like, please don't allow my child to play too much so that he doesn't fall down
False sick.
and get
Yeah.
injured. You understand? Even the play children play under the sun is very helpful, so that all those junk they consume, they burn it out
Burn it.
while they are
Right.
running around in school and all of that. But parents don't want their children to play. They don't want the children to fall down. When they pick them up from school, you understand, on
Right.
their way going back home, they take them, they pass through the eateries, the fast food, they get lots of junks, pizza, and a host of orders for the children. While they are driving home, the children are behind. The children are behind. You understand? Taking snacks. When they get back home, they don't play, they just sleep, and all of that. That kind of lifestyle. When you ask the parent, they will tell you that, my child is all I've got, but I'm
Yeah,
telling
it's
you, you are
luxury.
doing more harm to that child than good. And you will not see it now, but tomorrow the child will not forgive you. By the time students start bullying him in school, calling him Fatty Bombo and a host of others, the
Right.
child will not develop what? Inferiority complex, which is not
Absolutely.
good. So,
Right.
parents, please, right from infant, we can introduce them to mashed carrots, mashed potatoes, and a host of
Yes.
others.
Right.
Include it in their diet. You understand? You are making pastas for them. Get your green pepper, get your carrots, get your green beans, include it in their food. Are you making rice for them? Get your fluted pumpkin, include it in their food so that they can get used to it while they are growing up, so that
Right.
they don't form this picky, picky, picky attitude by the time they grow up.
All right, thank you so much for that. This really made sense because I know that a lot and lots of parents feel, when you give your child the ice cream, the junks, it's like luxury. But trust me,
No,
it
no,
is
no, no,
very,
no, no,
very,
no.
very,
It's not.
very harmful for the child because one, the child doesn't even get, that energy to even be feel comfortable around friends, just the way you said it.
Yeah,
Inferiority complex is also there.
yeah,
Now you now check that the child doesn't even get to be that as smart as you expect because he or
yeah.
she doesn't eat the right food at the right time, just because we feel, oh, he's the only child I got, and then that's the best life I can give him. So as parents, please, I feel we need to work on our diet plan, especially
Yeah,
for our toddlers. At least as a
yeah.
grown up, you're grown up. So probably you can decide to mix up things, but for a child, he can't make that decision for him or herself. You have to be the one to do it as a parent. Dietitian Grace, want to appreciate your time with us today here on Lunch Global. Because of time, we're going to be putting a
You're
stop
welcome.
here today. Thank you for
All
joining
right.
us, and I believe that we all
The
have learned
pleasure is all
something new
mine.
today. So
Yeah.
enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
it's nice having me on your show.
Same here. Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye
All right,
bye.
thank you
Yeah.
for joining us on today's episode here on Lunch Global. I hope you've learned something today. Guess what? We have varieties of dishes in Nigeria. You don't have to just think of the extra. You want to just go for continental dishes just because there's seafood, just because there's vegetables. No, you can always make that's why it's being in the kitchen is creativity. You have to be creative when you find yourself in your comfort zone, that's in your kitchen, because that's your space and you can decide to juggle with whatsoever you want. You can make your jollof rice, just get the right portion of vegetables you need, just get your protein, get the right fats, get the right oil, just get everything at the right portion. And guess what you have to learn? You need to know how many calories do you need to consume every day. In case you're finding that quite difficult to understand what you need, you can send us message on all our social media platforms. And trust me, we have professionals who can help you on that. You can ask any question at all, and we will be available to give you the response right back. Thank you for joining me on Lunch Global today. I am still Chung Anamel Joseph. I hope you've learned something today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good Friday. Have a good weekend. And make sure you eat right this weekend. Start it now. Bye.